Hello, you guys might know my name, or maybe my alias, and some of you might know my story, and even my case. But for those of you who don't know me, or my story, my name is Jose Manuel Guzman, and I'm here to share with you how being emotionally numb and unaware led me to becoming wrongfully convicted at the age of 20 years old. I'm pretty sure we're all well aware of the systematic issues in our legal system. Overworked and underpaid public defenders, cops that make up stories as if they were there when everything happened, and aggressive district attorneys that at the end of the day all they care about is just one more win. Not to mention the inability of our families to magically appear $25,000 or more if we are fighting a life sentence, so that we can get an attorney that might be willing to work with us and not for us. But what about the non-English speaking people that might get served with a case? Their lawyers might be a little bit more expensive, just for the simple fact that they are bilingual, and still might want an innocent person to take a deal. With nothing besides a hypothetical theory and an opinion-based story, they tend to come up with extreme charges to pressure people into plea bargains. It is estimated that 1 to 5% of prisoners of the United States are innocent. That means that 20 to 100,000 people have been wrongfully convicted. Since 1989, there has been 3,419 exonerations proven in the United States, where the contributing factors were government misconduct, false confessions, and eyewitness misidentifications, of course with the contribution of an inadequate legal defense. Considering the 90% of all cases are resolved in plea bargains, there are many wrongful convictions that go unnoticed. Overcharging and the risk of losing in trial pressure defendants to plead guilty, even those who are 100% innocent. And now they carry with them that stigma of being a felon and having a criminal record. For people from low-income communities, every assistance they had before is now denied due to having a criminal conviction, and life as they knew it becomes a distant memory. In 2012, when I was overcharged and wrongfully accused of setting up my friend at my mother's home so that Sean Jackson will assault him with a firearm, torture him, and cause him mayhem, all this under the theory of doing this for the benefit of a gang, I was in shock and I shut down. I didn't know how to respond, and my fear of making things worse than what they already were led me to stay quiet and trust the system, that the professionals will do their job and the truth will come out at trial. And that was the worst mistake I've made in my life. This has caused me tremendous emotional and psychological pain during the past 13 years of my life, to which I'm finally understanding and healing from. I can't imagine the emotional and psychological damage it has caused in my family, especially to my son. Being wrongfully convicted had me in a real dark place, and if I would have stayed there, I would have grown old and bitter, mad at the world per se. Thankfully, I did not. I started soul searching and making a connection with my inner child, because all the answers to my trauma lie within me. And if I want to help my family heal, I must heal myself first. My inability to be aware emotionally led me to make bad decisions in my life that landed me in prison for someone else's actions. Becoming emotionally aware and taking charge of my life is going to get me home and allow me to tell my story of resilience. Learning about my traumas and dealing with them has given me a lot of personal information that now I can change and share with others. I have learned that self-forgiveness and forgiving others that have harmed us keeps the joy and happiness inside of us alive. And that is healing, my friends. This chapter of my life is almost over, and I am ready to take all the lessons that came from it with me and turn over a new leaf. My mother has told me of how I am not the same person I once was, and that has really motivated me. If I was able to do it, I know others can do it too. And if others can't do it, you can too make a difference in the systematic failures. Become one with your emotions and learn personal empowerment if you haven't yet. Communicate this with your loved ones so we can turn this injustice system to a fair and just system, ending wrongful convictions and overcharging. Resilience is not just about bouncing back, but also about growing stronger through our struggles. We become that diamond that once was raw. When we embrace our emotions and confront our traumas, we unlock the power to transform our lives and write a new empowering chapter in our lives. Thank you.